welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. I am obviously a week late. I was just going to try and style it out and pretend like a week hadn't gone by where I hadn't done my podcast, but I thought, no, I'm going to own up, particularly as I promised I wouldn't do this, but I'm having a really hard time at the moment with its external factor. So, well, a little bit inside. The external affects the inside, doesn't it? But I am having a hard time and it kind of just throws me off. And I don't want to get on this podcast and be all doom and gloom. That is not the point of this podcast. The clue is in the name. It's supposed to be about all things comedy. And honestly, since we last spoke, I've done one gig. That was last night. And it was, without a doubt, the worst gig I've ever done. It was just appalling. And, I did learn from it. I learnt that I must get my head in the right place before I get on the stage because of, various things that's going on at the moment in my life. And my head just wasn't there. And also, I kind of doubled up on my painkillers. And I think that may have affected me. Only paracetamol, I might add. I just took paracetamol and Nurofen because you can take them together because I was in a lot of pain with my lower back. So I thought I'm going to take double up to get me through it. But in hindsight, maybe it did affect my performance. Well, something affected my performance. I'm just glad no one was there to see it that I know. Unfortunately, there was a lot of comedians I know, and I got all sorts of messages. Oh, you did all right. I didn't. I did absolute shit. But I did stay out for the whole 5 minutes. I forgot everything. Everything went out of my mind, but I stayed up there and I just styled it out. I thought, I'm going to use this stage time, whether the MC likes it or not. I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm staying. And yeah, I was very glad it was over at the end though. So that was that. I have seen some really good comedy. I went to see Rod Gilbert. This time he was in Chatham. So my mum had got some tickets for her and her friends and she got me one as well. And we had great seats. We were kind of row C, I think. Brilliant in the middle because when I went to see him a while back, I saw him at the Apollo and we were off to one side, and the Apollo's a much bigger theatre anyway, but where we were last week was just brilliant. And also, I had had a drink last time I saw him, but I did feel he was better. Now, whether that's because I was completely sober, I don't know, but I really enjoyed him. He's just brilliant, and he really understood Chatham. I think I talked about Jason Manford. He got Chatham completely, and he's a Welsh guy, angry Welsh guy, but he did the Chatham accent and the Chatham walk, and it was just brilliant. It was so funny. We went down a storm, but yeah, great show. If you get a chance to go and see it, you really should. It's so dark, but he makes it so funny. He's just brilliant. He is just an awesome guy. Did I tell you the same person that taught me? I'm just hoping some of it rubs off on me at some time. But anyway, clearly not last night. But let's move on and let's never speak of last night again. In terms of other creative things, I've been to the cinema. I've been to see... What have I been to see? I've been to see... I think I'd already spoken to you about Jurassic Park. I've been to see Smurfs. I enjoyed that. I thought that was quite good. I've been to see... What was the other? Hang on, I'm going to have to look it up. I've forgotten. Hold the line, please, caller. Oh, I know what you did last summer. Oh my God, that was as expected. That's all I can say about that. As expected. It's not a genre I'm really keen on, that kind of, slasher movie. I've never really liked that. So, yeah, that was all right. I went to see it. But I tell you what, I have just come back from. And it was brilliant. And I'm cross with myself because I actually had a ticket in my diary and I didn't go for, I can't remember what reason. There was a reason I couldn't go. But I could have probably squeezed it in or something like that. And I chose not to because I'd already got the ticket because I am a member. So I'm allowed 7 tickets a week. And for some reason I didn't go. And I think that's because I wasn't actually looking forward to seeing this movie. It was not one, I saw it and thought, nah, I'm not going to see it. It's F1, the movie. I thought the only reason I'd go and see that is because Brad Pitt is in it. And that is a good enough reason. Believe me, that is a good enough reason. that man has still got it. He really has. I'm thinking about when he played a traveller in, what was that? Was it, Lock, Stock or Snatch, one of those. And he gets his kit off and he's all tattooed up. Well, he gets his kit off and he's all tattooed up again in this one. So very nice. But that aside, this movie was so good. This movie was Maverick on the road. So, you got Maverick in the sky. This was Maverick on the road. It was just so good. There was so much about it that reminded me of the kind of Maverick feel, and also a bit of Rocky thrown in there. There was kind of Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 in there, and also a bit of Compo from Last of the Summer Wine. Now that's an obscure reference, and I'd be interested to know if you can work that one out. But that's my movie of the year so far. It was so nice to see a movie that was so good. In fact, so much so, I may go and watch that one again. I can't see me seeing it 12 times or however many times it was that I saw Maverick, but I think it's worth another watch. Much love and gratitude.